Hi everyone, I'm Kathy. Welcome to Kathy's Vegan Kitchen. Today we're going to make a zucchini noodle salad, and it's not hot, it's served cold, so we don't cook the zoodles this time. Instead, the only portion that's cooked is the broccolini. You can use broccoli or broccolini. The broccolini looked much better at the market this week. The broccoli didn't, so I picked this. You have choices. You can roast this, you can steam it, or you can saute it in a pan. All those options are available to you in the recipe that's on my blog, but for today, I want to roast it. So I rinsed it off, I cut off the ends, and we're going to put it into a single layer onto the pan. And it's a little damp still. And as you notice, I don't have any oil or anything on it because you don't need to roast with oil. And I'm making a single layer, and I'm going to put some salt on here, just a little bit. And I'm going to put a little pepper, and that's it. Then I'm going to pop it in the oven at 425 for 15 minutes, and then we're going to make the dressing. Okay, here we are with the dressing. And the dressing is a tahini, sesame. It's very yummy. Because we're using tahini, you want to make sure that you put the tahini in last because it's sticky and it will stick in the bottom of the blender, and it's just easier not to. So we have a half a cup of water. We have 1 inch of fresh ginger. We have 2 teaspoons of hot sauce, and I like that Cholula, but you could use sriracha, or if you don't like hot sauce, don't use any of it at all. And I have this little handy dandy brush to get all this stuff out of my little cups. We have 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. And I lost my little brush in here, so that's not good. Luckily, we didn't blend it. So we have the maple syrup. We have 5 tablespoons of soy sauce, and I use the low sodium kind. You can also use tamari or liquid aminos. 1 clove of garlic. 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. And you want the juice of 2 limes. And as you can see, we're putting all the other ingredients in here before the sticky tahini. Okay, and then we're going to stick the tahini in last. This is a half a cup of tahini. I'm going to pop it right in there. And then, put the top on real tight. We're going to blend it. Okay, the broccoli is out of the oven. You'll notice it's dark green, a little toasty on the ends. We're going to let this cool a little bit. It takes no time at all for it to cool once you take it out. And let's look at the consistency of the dressing. Dressing is a little bit on the thick side, but you want it that way. And the reason you want it that way is because zucchini holds a lot of water, and you don't want it to get runny and have too much water in it. If you want the dressing thinner, all you have to do is add more water if you want. So I have 3 zucchinis that I spiralized. Now, as you spiralize, they come out really long, like several inches long. So I like to cut them with a knife or with some vegetable scissors so they're bite-sized, so you don't end up with this long spaghetti type thing. So I have 3 zucchinis that are spiralized. I have 1 cup of pickled red onions. Now, the recipe for pickled red onions is on my blog, and it's also linked in this recipe. I like to dry them out on paper towels so the extra brine doesn't make the noodles soggy. So again, even though I put them on paper towel, I'm going to do this one more time to get the liquid out. We have 1 cup of the red onions. You can use regular red onions or yellow onions if you want. I have 1 cup of shredded carrots, 1 red bell pepper cut into strips, and I have a cup of grape tomatoes that I cut in half. And then we're going to add the now cool, it's very cool, I can touch it, broccolini. And isn't it pretty? Look at all the colors. All right, so now I'm going to toss this together a bit. And again, I keep telling you I have all this zucchini in my garden. We have to get rid of it all. We got to eat it. Can only give so much to the neighbors. Okay. Onions mixed in there. Those red peppers. Look how pretty. Okay. Now we're going to toss the dressing in. Use as much dressing as you like. I'm going to use about half, and I'm going to toss it and see how it goes after that. You just want it lightly coated. You don't want it swimming in dressing. If you like it to swim in dressing, please, by all means, swim it in dressing. Dressing is fabulous, by the way. I'll do a little tiny bit more. All right. Once everything is lovely and coated in the dressing, and make sure you go down to the bottom because sometimes those tomatoes, they hide down there. Okay. Then, to plate it, you're going to take a bowl, put it in the bowl. You could add tofu to this, tempeh to this, or we're just eating it the way it is because we like it that way. And we're going to then take some green onions and put it on top. Take some black sesame seeds and put it on top. And garnish with some lovely microgreens because I love microgreens. And you have a cold zucchini noodle salad. To store the rest of the salad, if you don't eat it, which we'll probably eat the whole thing, you just cover this and you put it in the fridge. The dressing is fine on it. It doesn't get soggy like the zoodles that you cook. And that's about it. So enjoy. And if you like these recipes and more, please subscribe to my channel. We'll see you next time.